This is the Relationship Capital Podcast, where we talk to the top thought leaders and practitioners from around the world about how to grow your most valuable resource, your network. I'm your host, Adrian Chenault, and Relationship Capital is brought to you by your friends at Contact Mapping, the #1 app for building your network. Hey everybody, it's Adrian Chenault here, and I am so happy to have Tyrica Hendricks Duckett here with me, and we are talking about her story, which is just remarkable. And so we'll dive in a little bit to your background and kind of how you got to where you are today. But I want to start off with the big question, which is what we're all about, what this ebook is about, is how to use relationships in the right way to build a successful business. And so talk a little bit about what your strategy is to build relationships, especially as it relates to somebody who's maybe trying to get started, struggling, and learning how to do this business the right way.
Okay. Thank you so much, Adrian. I'm honored and blessed and grateful and thankful to be here. So I'm just so super excited. But to answer your question, what I do, or the way I try to look at it, is I try to meet people where they are. I try to find out what their wants and needs are first. I take a personal interest in them. Yes, of course, I want them to join the business or buy from me or whatever, but like I tell my husband all the time, I try to meet them where they are. So even when they join my team, if they say they're just joining for the products, and then we talk about that, and I help them come up with strategies to make that work better for them. If they say they want to build a team, then I talk to them about that. If they would say they want to do both. So I just pretty much meet them where they are. My husband always tries to tell me that sometimes I'm not going to have enough capacity to give each person that individual attention as my organization grows and my team grows. But that's what I try to do. I try to give each person that individual attention and give them, a case-by-case study. And I teach them that we all have something that is unique to you. We all belong to, whether it's a network or a market or a niche that's unique to you. There are certain things that I can do as Tyrica, African American woman at my age who did this and been in this organization that maybe you don't have access to, and vice versa. There are things that you have access to that I do not. So I try to teach them to think about those things that make them special, and tap into those organizations and tap into and to just be the best version of them. So that's what I try to show them. Because that's pretty much what I did. When I joined the business, I absolutely knew nothing about network marketing. I knew about business. I'm very much a business person, but I knew nothing about network marketing. But I tapped into my business contacts. I tapped into the education and information that I knew about being in business and the different circles that I was in from being in business. And I shared my network marketing business with them, no matter how they felt about network marketing, because we all know that some people shun upon network marketing. And I've always, no matter what, was very proud in it. I teach my team, never let anyone kind of downgrade you or make you feel bad. Be proud about your organization. Be proud about what you do. Yes, I sell my product. Yes, it's at whatever product point it is, and I'm pretty proud of that. My product is pretty cheap or inexpensive, as we like to say. So sometimes people are a little thrown back because of the product, but I try to teach and train my team that just be proud of what you do, stand in your purpose, and don't let anybody shun you or belittle you or your product or your brand.
That's super cool. You said a couple things that I want to dive into more. That was really, really helpful. So the first one is you kind of shared about your husband being how are you going to keep doing this as you grow a team? And I think sometimes people get a little bit intimidated by that. With contact mapping, we're really big on the importance of meeting people where they are. So I love that that's where you led with that. And so what would you say to somebody who maybe isn't to that point yet, but they're I don't know, how can I build relationships with these people? I'm just going to get overwhelmed. How has that played out for you?
So I think what I do, of course, I've definitely learned to kind of limit my conversations with people because there's just not enough hours in a day. But I kind of keep a book and I kind of go through it. And all of my contact with them is not always about the business. So even if it's just a birthday or whatever, but then I also let them know once we have established that initial relationship that they are always welcome to reach out to me. And so for their help and assistance, I let them, after that, I kind of hope that they reach out to me for additional help, and then I can continue to build that initial contact with the new people, so that again they get in a comfortable spot and they know that they can reach out to me, and then at some point they can start learning to like kind of fly on their own. But I just let them know, and then I look at the numbers, of course, and so when I look at my numbers and I see that they're either close to like ranking up or achievement or something, I might reach out to them. Well, I do reach out to them about that. And so that's how I continue that individual contact going forward. I honestly don't know if it's the right way. If someone wants to offer me suggestions, I'm always open. But that's what I do. Like I said, I just try to keep my business, which is why I'm here. I know business, but I'm always open to learning the ways to maneuver through network marketing.
That's really, really cool. So you talked about and we were talking before we turned the cameras on. I mean, you are a highly, highly educated woman, very successful in the corporate world before coming to network marketing. What were your preconceptions about network marketing, and what have you learned as you have really immersed yourself into this world?
Honestly, I didn't really have any I just knew that people kind of shunned upon it, but I really didn't know a whole lot about it. I heard theories, and so with my company, I wanted to see if either one of them was true. I heard rumors or stereotypes that, oh, well, if you join this company, you only make money if you buy like UGOBs or their product, and those are the only people making money, or you only make money if you get UGOBs of people to sign up and join your team. So I just set out to try to figure out which one it was. And for the company that I'm associated with, I found that in our company, it's not that way at all. People can definitely make money by just being a distributor of the product. And of course, you can definitely make money by building a team. I chose to do both, just in the midst of trying to figure out which one it was. So when I joined the business, I did both. I built a customer base as well as a team, and I feel like that has helped me immensely, because now with the company that I'm in, I'm one of the top 1% team leaders and consultants in the company.
Wow, that's so cool. And talk a little bit about your why as you got started in this, and how you've been able to contribute more as a result of building a successful network marketing business.
So when I joined the company that I joined initially, of course I was working in corporate America full time, and I really just wanted just a couple of extra dollars a week or a month to be able to contribute. I'm a philanthropist at heart, and I travel all over the world. I go to Africa. I've been to South Africa, Kenya, Morocco, Trinidad, Tobago, Bali, just giving back. And those trips, as we know, just to get to those places aren't inexpensive. And then when you get there and you want to give back, again, it's not inexpensive. So for me, I just wanted to make just a couple of extra dollars because I did have a really good job and I was paid well, that I could use as my money to give back. And I'm also, I give locally as well. I adopt a family every year for the holidays, and I give school supplies to the local school. That's just what I do. I have a daughter that I adopted when she was 10, so I've just always been a philanthropist, and I wanted to use those funds to give back. And just by joining the business, I've been able to do all that and some. Last year for my 45th birthday, I launched my own nonprofit, my husband and I. So I made my 45th birthday party a launch party, and again, all from money that I earned just in this network marketing business. And I'm still able to, and I no longer work in corporate America, so with network marketing, I'm still able to provide for my household as well as give back, and I have the freedom of time, because I had to ask for vacation and pray to be off to go, and now the girls that I adopt in Africa, I can go and visit them whenever I like. I don't have to put in vacation requests 2 and 3 weeks in advance. When I want to go show up and volunteer at the school, I can just go there and do that without having to ask. So one of the things I absolutely love about, because it's work, network marketing is work. Some people say, oh, I don't have to work anymore, I'm retired. We're retired from corporate America, but I am not retired from working. So But the freedom of time,
Yeah.
the freedom of time management is absolutely priceless. And that is one of the major things that I absolutely love about network marketing, which no one had ever really told me about network marketing. That was not one of the stereotypes that I heard. I heard all the bad things or the suggested bad things. But just to be able to use the gifts that I have, use the my business acronyms, my business education, and knowledge and relationships that I've built throughout business and my personal life, to bring that all together and use it to make money is amazing.
That is so cool. And you're right. I think, time freedom doesn't mean you're retired in however many years or whatever, but time freedom is that I don't have to, if something's going on and I want to be somewhere or I have to be somewhere, I don't have to ask somebody else. Like you can't, coming from big corporate jobs, you know that is not the case in a lot of those jobs, and so having that flexibility is incredible.
It's priceless. It is really when I got laid off, my mother, which I didn't tell you before the interview, but when I got laid off from corporate America, and that's when I kind of dived into doing network marketing full time. My mom was in the middle of, she'd been diagnosed with cancer, so she'd been in the middle of chemotherapy treatments, and I was just busy trying to go from work to, go to my mom's appointments with her. And when I got laid off, even that day, I was just well, I traveled every day for work, so when I got laid off, they kind of just called me up on the phone and told me, and I was just okay. My husband and my dad were like, you have got to be the happiest fired person that I was like, I did not get fired. I got laid off. I have a really good severance package to prove it. But it was I just felt for me, that was it gave me the freedom of time to be able to go to the doctors with my mom. I got to go to every chemotherapy, radiation appointment with her, and I didn't have to, again, stress out, how am I going to get from there to here in these places. And I just felt honestly, it was just God's way of saying, I'm going to just give you a pass to do what you want to do, because I liked my job. I loved my job. And I wasn't going to quit or retire. So I think that me getting laid off was just God's way of saying, okay, just do it. You're either going to have to, as they say, excuse my language, either get it or get off the pot. You're going to have to do one or the other, but you're going to have to do something. And I think that was my blessing, that, for as much as I was laid off, I think being laid off became a blessing to me and my family.
That's super cool. All right, well, any last words that you want to share with our audience as they think about how to learn from you and grow in their network marketing business?
The best thing, like I said, I can tell you is think about what your inner gift is. Think about the thing that you have. Think about your networks that are personal to you, and reach out to them. If you've been to any trainings, you've probably heard people say it before, but don't prejudge. Reach out to people. Let everybody know that this is what you do. I work in a network marketing business and product that some people would feel is strictly for women. But every man that I know that I'm in the business, every woman that I know, every child, some of my best consultants, although they were women, were referred by some of my closest male friends. Some of my best vending opportunities or party events, because we are a party company, were again referred to me by people who have never bought a product from me, but they referred me. So that is still support. So you make sure that no matter what you do, you make sure that everyone knows that you do it. You make sure that people know that when you come, you're going to be the best. You're going to bring your A game. You're not going to embarrass them, and they'll be honored and proud to know that they recommended you. And then you'll get, because support looks different ways. You might not buy a product from me, like I said. You might not join my team, but a good referral from you could be worth more than you even buying a product from me. So if you keep that in mind and just make sure every person that you know in your circle and every person whose life you've touched knows that this is what you do and that you're serious about it and you take it serious and this is your business, you'll go really far.
Great advice. Tyrica, thank you so much for doing this. This was great.
Thank you so much for having me. I was super duper honored. Thank you again.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks.
Thanks.